these kids that are going to public school, like they want to be like furries and stuff. And like they're,
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
come on,
crazy
like,
stuff going on with what they're teaching right now with like just mutilating their bodies and a lot of sexual stuff at children that
mhm.
aren't even in puberty yet, which is just horrific. Like,
Yeah, the vaccines, the masking, all of the lefty kind of woke agenda pushing, that turned me off. I mean, I put her in, we had a local school literally just down the road from us. So I did put her in about one full year and then another half year interspersed, just so because most of those, like junior or senior kindergarten rather, was all play based. Even grade
okay,
one was all play based. They had like forest walks and things. So that was
nice.
okay for my little local small little school. And she met her friends, and then from there, then she had her, and then I pulled her and we were doing the homeschooling methods that I usually use, like IXL or different. We just did workbooks for the
Yeah.
first little while. You can actually buy like Ontario curriculum workbooks that teach you all the grades. And so we just had her go through all of those. It's like 2 hours a day max. That's the thing, is how much time you get with your children, because when you put them in that full 6 hour sort of cycle, what happens is the amount of actual learning going on is, if you're lucky, 2 hours, and is
Yeah.
generally more like 1 hour. The
Yeah.
rest is recess, lining up, being scolded, whatever,
Yeah.
changing in and out of your clothes and all this kind of stuff. And the problem is that I don't trust the system anymore. I would like her. She actually lately has been saying she wants to go to the public school, and we've been having discussions about it. It's really hard on me because I don't want her to go into that system at all.
High
And
school
she
can be
just like,
pretty crazy and junior high can be crazy. So yeah, I hear you.
yeah. And it's more because her friends are there and she wants to hang around her friends. And I totally understand that. I mean, she's kind of a rink rat. She ice skates.
Oh,
And
nice.
so I've just sort of like, here, throw you at the rink. You can hang
Yeah.
with your friends there. And then when you come home, it's our time together. We'll cook, we'll make something. Or you do, she has also online friends that she talks to all the time. She's very social. So this
Yeah.
whole idea that it makes some sort of, I don't know. It's just ignorance. It's just
Yeah.
not what happens with homeschooled children. And then the great thing is, because they're not force fed information and they're not brutalized with it, their ability to absorb and learn something in an instant is not broken. And
Yeah.
they're able, I didn't force the reading on her. I didn't force stuff on her. And then when she was ready, it's like overnight, she just knew how to read. It was the
Yeah.
most insane thing. You'd think, oh, repetition, like doing the repeating schooling. No, she
Yeah.
doesn't have to you don't memorize like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a totally wrong way of training the brain to
Yeah.
know things. And so she didn't have that. So now when she really desires to know, it's there. That's it. She
Yeah.
figures it out. If she wants to go to a college or university that requires some sort of, which they hardly don't anymore, but if they did need a GED or they did need something, she just write an entrance exam, just
Yeah.
study the entrance, and she'd get it like that. She's in.
Yeah.
You don't need to go through this time. I want my daughter with me. I want to
Yes.
know her, because guess what is going to end at some point? She wants to have like at least 10 babies. She wants to be like a breeder type. Okay.
Yeah,
So
you bet. She's got that mama
I can have a
instinct.
lot of grandbabies. All right. I'm
Beautiful.
preparing for that already.
Beautiful.
But I couldn't do that with my career and everything I was learning,
Yeah.
and all the lefty woke culture that I still got, ingested into,
Yeah.
like, oh, population's too high. Oh, you shouldn't have babies. That's selfish. This kind of programming.
The
I was like,
lies.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I'm not going to have babies. That's just selfish. And then I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, what am I doing? And so at 36, I was 37 when I gave birth. And I would have had more had I not been indoctrinated like that.